Hi, I'm Chris Ralph, the professional prospector, and today I'm taking you out prospecting with me. I'm going to be doing some metal detecting. I've got my Gold Monster1000 here, and on my backpack I've got my SDC 2300. I'm at an old tertiary gravel pit in California, and I was filming a video here yesterday, and you know, when I got done, I got a really late start, and the video honestly took a lot longer than I'd hoped. And so by the time I got done and, you know, got ready to just go prospecting for myself, well, I only had about an hour left before I needed to get going. So I pulled out my metal detector and I went prospecting, and actually, in about the last 15 minutes before I had to go, I found a nice little nugget. And it was a spot that I really haven't explored that much, although I've found gold in the general area around that piece. So today I'm returning, and I've got my Gold Monster, and like I say, my SDC 2300 in the backpack there. And I'm going to take you along, and we're going to explore around and see what more gold we can find. Like I say, the spot we're headed to is one that I've found gold at before. And like I say, the spot that I found yesterday is one that particular spot I hadn't really explored much. So you wonder maybe why I have both a VLF and a pulse induction machine. Well, generally speaking, the gold at these tertiary pits is pretty small. Now, they can have bigger gold, and I know people that have found some pretty big specimens and big nuggets in tertiary pits like this. But the vast majority of the nuggets found here are on the small side. That would make sense to have a VLF, because generally speaking too, the ground conditions here, or in these places like this, the ground conditions are generally mild. So again, good for a VLF. But here where I got this nugget and some other places around here, there is some ground that's heavily iron mineralized. And so there's places where it gives the VLF fits. You just end up with lots of hot rocks and a lot of noise, and you have to turn it way down, turn the gain way down in order to be successful prospecting. So I've got a mix. If I hit some of that really rough rock that's got all the iron that drives the VLF nuts, well, then I can pull out my my SDC and I'll be fine. On the other hand, if I need to discriminate, because there's a lot of trash, I've got my VLF. So it should work out to be a good mix, and I should be finding some nice gold. And I'll bring it back in and show you when I get over something that's worthwhile. So thanks for walking in with me. I'm going to do some prospecting now. So I'm going to turn off until I can find myself a good target that I want to show you guys. So I told you I'd bring you back in if I got another target. I did, and I didn't bring you back in. And sure enough, it's, as you can probably see there, a little tiny flake of gold. So the first bit of gold for the day, I've only been detecting maybe 10 minutes. It's a good start. I hope they get bigger from here. Okay, so I just got a little flake a second ago, and of course I didn't bring you in as I promised, and only about 2 feet away is another target. It's bouncing around on the machine. But it's mostly indicating non-ferrous, and that's a definite dig it. And so we're going to dig this target, and I'm guessing it's probably another little flake of gold. Okay, so that's where it is. Let's dig it out and see. Okay, so not in the spoon. Nope. Gonna be here. And look, there's a little bit of gravel in the spoon. Still not in the spoon. Can't tell, gotta check. Okay, I think it's in the spoon. Okay, in the spoon, but it's on the right-hand side. Okay. So I'm going to set this up, and we're going to try and take a picture of this. Be patient with me. I'm experimenting around with new camera and new equipment and everything. So we're going to give it a try. Trying to, definitely still in the spoon. Definitely not in the spoon, in my hand. Okay. In my hand. In the scoop. In my hand. No, still in my hand. Definitely in the scoop. Let's see. Still in the scoop. Don't see any gold yet. But I don't see any birdshot either. Okay. I see some gold. There it is. All right. Can you see that? I kind of moved it, so there's the little flake right there. You should be able to see that. I'm hoping you do. So that's my second flake of the day. Really tiny stuff, but hey, when you're getting gold, it's hard to walk away. So I'm going to turn the camera off and give it a try again. See if I can get a third little flake like that. Okay, here's another one. It seems a little stronger on the detector. So let's dig it out and see what it is. Okay. Okay. Take a little more. Wow, there's one in the ground and one in, I think there's one in my, there's one in the scoop and still one in the ground. That's why you always recheck your hole. Okay, it's in my hand. Still in my hand. Okay. In my hand. This one seems a little larger because it hasn't been so hard to find. Still in the scoop. Still in the scoop. Okay, it's in my hand. Let's find ourselves a little piece of gold. There it is. I think that'll be it. Yep. Okay, so literally that little piece right there, that's the gold. This detector is amazing at finding a little tiny gold. I'm going to turn this off though and dig some more. I've already gotten 4 or 5 of these things, but you can see what I'm getting. Little tiny flakes. I'll put this in my bottle. Hi, I'm Chris Ralph, the prospector, the professional prospector, and this is the afternoon session of my detecting day. This morning I had the Gold Monster1000 out, and as you saw, I got a bunch of little flakes. I ended up with 7 of those little tiny flakes, and I think I lost one in the dirt someplace. I got tired of chasing them. They're so small, some of them are hard to even catch in the scoop and recover. So the Gold Monster1000 also struggled with the mineralized soil in that area. So this afternoon I'm going to be focusing my efforts with the SDC 2300. And we'll take that out, and while the SDC 2300 will not see those little tiny flakes that the Gold Monster saw, it also won't see a whole lot of hot rocks that the Gold Monster saw. And it will see chunkier bits, and I found chunkier bits over there. I found a decent chunky bit yesterday that the SDC would have no problem seeing. So come along with me for the afternoon session and we'll see if we can find some chunkier bits. Hey, so I'm back, and you know, I was going to take you out and do some stuff with the SDC, and it turned out that the whole afternoon with the SDC was a bust. Dug a lot of trash. I even rejected some super loud targets that I thought, you know, there's not 20-ounce nuggets here, but there are thousands and thousands and thousands of nails and bits of tin can and other pieces of trash. So anyway, the SDC experiment was somewhat of a bust, although I have found gold there with the SDC in the past. I wanted to show you the targets that I did get, and so you can see I ended up with 8 of those little flakes of gold, and then, like I say, a bunch of square nails and a whole lot of lead. Lead sounds great, but it isn't gold. So here's the targets that I got from yesterday. You can see the square nails in the upper right, the buffalo nickel, and the little flakes of gold, 8 little flakes of gold next to it. Actually, one of the flakes is like a little wire. It's long and narrow, but it's still not very big. And then in the lower right, all the bits of birdshot and buckshot and bullets that I got instead of getting gold. But, you know, that's prospecting. I did get gold, so hey, I'm not complaining too hard. And I could have gone out with the Gold Monster1000 and gotten another 8 or 10 or more of those little flakes. So I could have been out there getting some more flakes. Now I want to say that I'm using a new camera, and I wanted to ask you guys for your comments. I'm trying to improve the technical aspects of the videos I'm producing, and getting a new and better camera is part of that process. So if you have some constructive criticism, hey, I'm totally open to that. Suggestions, totally open to that. If you just want to call me names and insult me, yeah, I'll just delete your comment. But constructive criticism, I'm definitely game for that. So leave your questions, comments, what you think about this style of video of just going along, tagging with me as I go out in the field and find some gold. Because I'm interested to hear what your comments are. A lot of other guys do videos similar to this. And then finally, I want to say, hey, if in addition to tagging along with me, you'd like to become a better prospector, well, I wrote a book about that. And it's called Fistful of Gold. And I'd like to tell you a little bit more about that right now.
So to share my prospecting knowledge, some years back I wrote a book called Fistful of Gold, and it has all the information you need if you want to become an expert in the skill of finding your own gold. Now, like I say, it's an encyclopedia of everything you need to know about prospecting, from panning and sluicing to metal detecting and dry washing to hard rock mining to the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. It's all rolled up in here. And I've had a lot of success with the book. I've literally sold thousands of copies. Right now, I think I've sold more than 8,000 copies. It's been a real hit and people really love it. So if you're interested in gaining that skill, in learning about how to find your own gold, where to go, and all that sort of thing, this is the book you want to buy. It's available on Amazon, and you can just click on the link that's in the description below this video, and it will take you to Amazon and directly to the page for the book, and you can buy it there. Now, I also write for a magazine, the Prospecting and Mining Journal, and we have the latest information about what's going on in the world of prospecting. We have stories about guys having success and instructional things about how to do things and how to find more gold and just all sorts of information that would be useful to the prospector. We have more than 10,000 people who subscribe to the magazine, and a lot of people who've subscribed to it for many years. They really love it. So it's the best magazine on the market for prospecting, and you might want to check it out at icmj.com. I also have a free website called Chris Ralph's Prospecting Encyclopedia, and it has all kinds of stories and other information on it, things that mostly I couldn't put in my book, but a lot of good stuff. And I have a link for it in the description below the video, and here's the link for it if you want to type it out the long and hard way. Now, if you really enjoyed this presentation and you want to learn more about finding your own gold, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel and check out some of the other videos too, like this video, and stay tuned and actually let Amazon know that you want them to be, want to click the notification bell so that Amazon will let you know when I publish new stuff. And I'm trying to do stuff, once or twice a week at least. Anyway, feel free also to ask questions, because I do answer my comments and I do look at them, and I will do my best to answer any questions that you have and try to help as much as I can. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you again real soon.